Hello. Okay, in this video I'm going to visit a place called Restenneth Priory. Restenneth Priory. It's just on the outskirts of Forfar in Angus, which is about 20 miles north of Dundee. I'll show you a wee bit about the what Wikipedia has to say about Restenneth Priory. It's an old, ancient, it's a house for the, it's a Masonic house actually, funded by Jedburgh Abbey. I'll turn the camera in and show you. So it's just a wee bit about it on Wikipedia, just to give you a bit of an idea. So I'm going to have a wee look at that just now. It's a lovely day for it. It's a nice sunny Sunday afternoon, and it's just over there, and I'm going to go and get some footage as well. So it's a crisp, cold day, but it's bright ones. It's a bright day, so I've got the day off my work, and I'm going to have a wee look at that priory, and I'll get some photos and videos for you. Actually, before I go out to it, I'll show you on the map roughly where it is in Scotland. So I'm currently just at the car park bit. It's just a stone throw away from the actual priory. So if I zoom out on Google Maps, I could show you approximately where it is in Britain and Scotland. So I'm just kind of zooming out. First of all, I'll show you where it's the whole of Britain. So we're going further in. It's about 20 miles north of Dundee, city of Dundee. It's just on the outskirts of the town of Forfar. That's Forfar, and it's just positioned there. So it's just off the B9113. So that gives you a sort of idea where it is in Britain anyway, for those that don't know where it is. So it's just a stone throw away from the car park just up there, about 100 metres from it, and it's in a lovely part of the Angus area in Scotland. This is, as I say, it's just on the outskirts of Dundee, well, 20 miles north of Dundee, so it's not overly far from Dundee. And it's on the outskirts of Forfar, the town of Forfar. So there's a wee information board here as well. I'm going to show you that. But before I do show you, I'm just going to show you this lovely sunset reflecting off the walls of the priory, the different colours. And I will show you this. So there's actually a loch that went round it. So you just pause the video if you want to read that. So it was home to the Augustinian canons. Augustinian. Somebody August, it's quite a familiar sort of sounding name, August, the month of August. I don't know if there's any connection with it or what, but it's just certainly has a similar twang to it. There's another information board down there. I'll look at that in a moment. Just have a wee walk around here. So you've got the farm just next to the priory, which the cows in it. So it's a great way to spend a sunny Sunday afternoon on your day off, just having a look around an historic building. So the surrounding area, I don't seem to see much in the way of any evidence of water now. Well, there is some reeds over there, I suppose. Reeds, rather. I don't actually know if there's actually still any water down that way or what. I might have to... No, actually I won't get over there, but... So I think I've picked the right time when it's sunset colours. Being the last day of November, it's certainly getting dark a lot earlier now. What I'll do is I'll have a look in here. Information board. So that's just the opposite doorway to the one that I came through, and so I'm just going to go around in this part here. There's I think you could get into the... I've never been here before, but I'm guessing that might be a visitor centre or something. It might give you more information about it. But you could obviously get to the ruin all year round, I presume anyway. But the visitor centre's limited hours. But I'll probably will come back here again and try the visitor centre out during opening hours. So I've pretty much walked right round it. I've got the information boards. I'm going to maybe have a look up this way. So I'm just going to get the footage in that while it's still quite lighty. Catalogue the footage before it gets dark. Looks as though it's a bit of a sort of... Well, looks like there's a gravestone in there. just there. So just looking back to the information board there, it's got in the 1320s Robert the Bruce buried his young son here. That might be the burial over there where the gravestones were. And just referring back to the loch, the loch was drained in the 1700s. That was to obtain the lime-based rocks and soil and that. So again, from the information board. So the loch was eventually drained in the 1700s. And that's what surrounded the priory. But there is sort of like, the landscape would maybe give it some sort of indication that there was water there once, and maybe the reeds that were still growing there, I don't know. But you'd maybe have to look quite hard to see the evidence of a loch being here, like any remaining evidence, although it was been a long time ago, so it might be difficult. But it's just, I couldn't have imagined it being surrounded with water like that. It's quite amazing to think that this was all surrounded with water. So it's a great Sunday afternoon for me. I never heard of it until just earlier this week. So my dad was taking some relatives out for a drive, and they came here, and I was wondering where they were going, where they're going today, and they mentioned this place, and I thought, I'll get myself up here and there could be video of it, what's I'm doing right now. Get some photos and video footage of this, and I could say I visited it now, and like I say, I think that building over there is a visitor centre. I'm guessing anyway, I don't really know for sure, but there is opening times, so I can only presume that would be what that is. Well, it'd be my guess, and if it is, I'll probably go there sometime when it is opened. Yeah, so if that is a visitor centre, I would like to go and visit inside it at some point. But I'm just quite enjoying this wee afternoon out, just spending my afternoon here, nice and quiet, peaceful, lovely countryside on a nice day like this. Get a few pictures and videos of it for you as well. I never knew about it until just earlier this week. And I thought, well, that's an idea, I'll do that on my day off. There's this kind of hump here, I noticed that, wondering what that's about. Stands out quite predominantly. I'm just wondering what it's about. I'm sure if I'd researched hard enough I would find out at some point, but I'd have to really study it. But as I say, I just stumbled across this week, really. I didn't know about it until earlier this week, and I thought, well, get myself here, have a look around, some photos and that. But yeah, that hump, I noticed it earlier, obviously stands out quite a bit. And as for the water, well, I can only assume that it'd be around the other side of that fence, the second fence. I can't really get over, obviously, because it's a field there and there's two fences. There's this fence to get over, which I'm not even going to attempt to do. I've not got proper footwear for it anyway, but I can only imagine that's where the water, I could just imagine that water was found there, really. So virtually no clouds in the sky. It's a very clear day. Just how long is it going to stay that way now? How long will it be before clouds start forming? I wonder. Yeah, I wonder how long it'll be now before clouds start forming. Anyway, cows are just... It's quite unusual, they cows. They've got a sort of half-breed. I'll show you what I mean. It's quite strange. Quite unusual. Yeah, unusual cows. The way they've got the sort of white bit in the centre, white fur, black and white, but they're all the same sort of design pattern. So I think I've got the best of the light before it gets dark now. I think I've covered pretty much the whole area. Maybe get a couple of selfies and that just to mark the catalogue that I've been here in my video, because I can't remember if I've ever been here before. Like, if I have, it would have been a very long time ago, but I certainly can't remember being here before. I certainly haven't done a video on it before, that's for sure. So there you go. So that's Restenneth Priory. Restenneth Priory. It's 800-year old, and it's built to last. The stone buildings and that, these are thick stone buildings. They seem to just last forever. Well, your modern buildings last as long as that, I wonder. It's gone through all the world wars as well, and battles and all that. It was nearly destroyed. Then I had the lightning as well. It was damaged, so still surviving. Still stands 800 years later, at least some of it anyway. Just going to focus everything. So that's it. I think I'll probably round off the video quite shortly, because I've covered pretty much the whole area here. So it was worth a visit. I'll try and do more of these things in my videos as well. Interesting historical buildings and places like that. I like visiting them. It's just a place of interest, and it's peaceful, away from it all. When you're driving a bus for days on end, it's good just to get away from it all and come where there's no modern stuff. It's just peace and quiet, somewhere interesting. Enjoy the fresh air and that, and a wee walk, a wee bit of exercise as well. And that's what I like to do. So I've done it, and I'd like to share this with you as well. So I'll round off the video shortly, because I'll maybe have a wee walk over towards that way, and if there's anything I want to put in the video, I'll put it on. So I won't round it off until I've actually done that, but as far as the Priory, I've covered pretty much everything all around it, as much as I could. And it's quite a nice sort of backdrop with the moon and the colours and the way the trees are just, it's quite. I would have liked to have seen this when there was kind of autumn colours as well. It would have been quite a nice photo image, but at least they got the sunset colours on it today. So just a sort of wee observation made, it's a different colour of stone, like a kind of sandstone there on this part of the tower, but whereas others seem to be like a different type of stone. There's a bit of red on it there. And you can see a little bit of the windows. Actually, that's a point, I never got this. So a carving there. Keep that in focus. A closer look at the So just as I was coming down that bit, there's a bit of an elevation that kind of comes down a little bit there. I tried to show that on the video. You see it kind of elevates down, so I'm on a wee bit of a lower ground here. It's just these things, when you start looking really close you find more details and that, but I was just sort of having a very brief look today. So maybe that's where in that could have been the garden area, that in it, judging by the pillar, the tower bit rather, and that's that bit there will be these bits. I would kind of make out from what this drawing showing is, and then there's obviously the building there. It's no longer there, it would have been there. The roof there would have been on that bit, and then this bit here, that's the angle bits that I'm seeing on the side of the tower, and you can see it on the other side as well. So this and this will be that bit. You can see it on the side of the tower. We could zoom that out a little bit, you can maybe see that. So kind of like evidence of this remaining, and then there will probably be the same on the other side, I guess. And I think this illustration sort of shows you what it would have been like inside, maybe. So it's in the sort of garden area that I'm at the moment. So yeah, if you look harder enough and spend more time at it, you'll just eventually pick up more details and that, rather than, you know, just quickly going round. But you can spend a wee while if you really studied it. You learn more, obviously. Like how the doorways and that are constructed, how it meets with the rest of the rock. Different types of rock, the techniques that they would have used to, you know, the things you take for granted. Obviously all these things need to be done properly. How they managed to carve the stone. Remember, this is like 800-year-old. Straight edges and all the rest of it. It's impressive. It's still standing today. So I'm making my way out, and I'm going to have a wee look over there, over in that direction, just to see what's up there. Before I do, I'll get a picture of the tower of the Priory and the moon as well. That's quite an impressive image. So I had a closer look at this building. It's actually the old Restenneth Library, 1972. I thought it was the visitor centre or something, but it's no. It's as you can see, what was once the library. So it's obviously getting, it's not obviously going to be open just now, so I don't know when it was last opened, but I just thought I'd have a look at that. Aye, so it's kind of like a private area and also a library, or was a library. Yeah, so I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm not sure whether, if there is a visitor centre or what. I'm sure what it's for, because obviously the Priory is like, well, it's just open all the time, but I'm not sure just what it's for. So I don't really a visitor centre, but maybe the coming after 5:30 perhaps for noise reasons. That might be the reason. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. It could be that these gates will probably be closed after 5:30. That might be the reason. So that might be the reason it's closed at 5:30. Maybe they don't want folk going in after 5:30. I don't know. I thought that might have been a visitor centre down there, but it's not. It's sort of, it's a private house or something, and there's what was a library as well down there, and so just be that it's 5:30 for the Priory. Anyway, it's going to be getting dark soon, so I'll just pretty much round off the video, and I'm going to use that as a nice backdrop. Well, I'm going to try and use the Priory as a nice backdrop. We just see it behind the trees. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. See what else I put on my channel. It was a nice way for me to spend my Sunday afternoon here. The weather's been good for it as well. Right, see what else I put on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later on. Bye for now.